According to scientists and astronomers, some planets may be better suitable for life than Earth. Researchers have managed to identify all of 24 superhabitable exoplanets. Earth is not necessarily the best planet in the universe, because researchers have identified 24 exoplanets outside our solar systems that may have conditions more suitable for life than our own. Some of these exoplanets orbit stars that may be better than even our Sun. According to information coming in, it is believed that the characteristics of these potentially superhabitable planets, which includes the fact that they are older, the fact that they are also a little bit larger, slightly warmer, and possibly wetter than our Earth, makes them more suitable for life. Life could also more easily thrive on these planets that circle more slowly changing stars with longer lifespans than our Sun. The 24 top contenders for superhabitable planets are all more than 100 light years away. However, with the impending studies that will be coming out of new telescopes such as NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, the Lluvia Space Observatory, and the European Space Agency's Plato Space Telescope, we are expecting that we will have more information in the future. With the next space telescopes coming up, we will get more information, so it is very important for scientists and researchers to select some targets at this time. According to a NASA researcher, we have to focus on certain planets that have the most promising conditions for complex life. However, we have to be careful not to get stuck looking for a second Earth, because there may be planets that might be more suitable for life than our Earth. Based on information coming in, the scientists were able to identify superhabitability among some exoplanets based on a study of 4,500 known exoplanets beyond our solar system, and they have stated that these exoplanets are excellent candidates for habitability. Habitability does not mean that these planets definitely have life, merely that the conditions that would be conducive for life exist on these planets. As the Sun is the center of our solar system, it has a relatively short lifespan of less than 10 billion years. It took nearly 4 billion years before any form of complex life appeared on our Earth. Many similar stars to our Sun, called Gstars, might run out of fuel before complex life can develop. Researchers have also selected planet-star systems with probable terrestrial planets orbiting within the host star's liquid water habitable zone from the Kepler Object of Interest Exoplanet Archives of Transiting Exoplanets. Another important area of study is looking at systems with cooler G-stars. Researchers have previously examined systems with K-dwarf stars. These K-dwarf stars are somewhat cooler and less massive and less luminous than our Sun, which is a G-star. K-stars have the advantage of long lifespans of 20 billion to 70 billion years. This time span would allow orbiting planets to be older, as well as this would give them the opportunity to be more conducive for life, as this will give life more time to advance to the complexity currently found on Earth. However, for a planet to be habitable, the planet should not be so old that they have exhausted their geothermal heat and lack protective geomagnetic fields. Earth is currently around 4.5 billion years old, but researchers have argued that the sweet spot for life is a planet that is between 5 billion to 8 billion years old. Size and mass must also be taken into consideration. A planet that is 10% larger than the Earth should have more habitable land. One that is about 1.5 times the Earth's mass would be expected to retain its interior heating through radioactive decay longer and would also have a stronger gravity to retain an atmosphere over a longer period of time. Water is also a characteristic that is critical to life, and researchers have argued that a little more water on a planet does help with the conduciveness of life on it. So therefore, it is especially good for water to appear in the form of moisture, clouds, and humidity. A slightly overall warmer temperature, a mean surface temperature of about 5 degrees Celsius greater than Earth, together with the additional moisture, would also be better for life. This warmth and moisture preference is seen on rainforests than in colder, drier areas on Earth, as these areas exhibit greater biodiversity in tropical rainforests than in colder or drier areas on the Earth. Among the 24 top planet candidates, none of them meet all the criteria for superhabitable planets, but one has 4 of the critical characteristics, and this makes it possible much more than comfortable for life than our own planet Earth. Whilst it is sometimes extremely difficult to pass on the principle of superhabitable planets because many think that we have the best planet, it should be noted that we have a great number of complex and diverse life forms, and many of these life forms can survive in extreme environments. It is good to have adaptable life, but that does not mean that we have the best of everything. Astronomical research and space research gets better as time goes by, and it is interesting that researchers have managed to locate 24 superhabitable exoplanets. These planets exist outside of our solar system, and they are approximately 100 light years away. So, of course, they are far, far away. And based on the criteria for habitability, these scientists are stating that the criteria exists for life to be more conducive on these planets than our Earth. They are challenging the idea that our Earth is the best planet. According to them, it is not, because other planets exist out there with more conducive conditions for life. They have also managed to locate one specific planet that have met all of 4 of the criteria. They have also stated that the more water a planet has is the more likely that it is better conducive for life than our Earth. They have even done a comparison. They have stated that tropical rainforests are more conducive for life than cold and dry areas on our Earth. Well, we are very excited. Thanks for watching and subscribe.